Okay, now let's tackle these tennis courts and this weird looking parking lot here. This is sheet 1 of our plan set, and the first thing we notice is that the tennis courts are 40 feet up from the road. And if we go to the detail sheet, which is sheet L3, here are the dimensions of the tennis courts. Now, what I did was I knew that it was 40 feet up from the road and that these were all the same, and so I drew one tennis court right here. Let's zoom in. There's my first tennis court, and I am now going to make copies, but first I wanted to show you something about the pole on each side of the net. See where it says 6-inch diameter? That is the pole, and here's how you can do that. Up here in the draw toolbar, we're looking for something called donut, and you don't see the donut here, but if you drop down this arrow at the bottom of the draw menu, there is a thing called donut. Ha! And this is useful for making solid circles. So first of all, specify inside diameter. We want a solid filled in donut, so I'm going to tell it to make the inside diameter 0. Specify the outside diameter. OK. 6. Enter. And I don't need inch marks, just because inch is the default. And now I click. Looky there. And now I'm still in the donut command, so I can put another one on the other end of the pole and enter to accept. Now I can make some more copies of these things. And it looks like it's 8 feet 4 of a space in between those guys. So I don't want to have lines lying on top of other lines. I'm going to just draw a fresh construction line here that I can delete later. So 8 feet 4, offset, 8, foot mark, 4, enter. Okay, there's the start of my next tennis court. So I'm going to go copy, and you could use the icon up here, or you could type CO for copy and surround the whole thing. And for my base point, I want the bottom corner of the tennis court, so that I can drop it up here like that. Now I can copy this tennis court, and this time I'm going to make a copy of this one. Oops, I might have grabbed 2 donuts. I'm going to make a copy of this tennis court and use the bottom tennis court as the base point. And now I'll use this bottom corner as the base point. And there are my tennis courts, the square ones. Oops, erase, oops, erase those lines. Okay. Now I have started this weird looking parking lot. And I am staying away from radii, curved things, until the very end. I'm just making everything sharp-cornered so I can see where I am. And I've got the stalls on this right-hand arm. And now what we're looking for is a bunch of stuff that's tipped at a 5-degree angle. So up here on the top, it looks like we have a line that's 25 feet long, and at that corner it now turns and tips down at a 5-degree angle, and we don't know how long that is, but that's okay. So here is that line. That is 25 feet long. If I don't remember how long that is, I could do the good old distance command. DI for distance. There to there. Oh good, that is 25 feet long. Okay, now, this part makes me nervous. I'm going to get a line from this corner and go down 5 degrees. Okay, line, enter, line, end point. Now, first I will enter a length, and I have no idea how long to make it, so I'll just make it 60 feet. 60 feet. And if I click enter right here, then it's going to save the angle too. I don't want it to. I want to go on to the angle box. So I'm going to click tab. I entered a length. Now I'll click tab, and that takes me to the angle box. Now, for some reason, the degrees are not what I expect, and maybe you can explain this, and if so, please let the rest of us know. This should be 185 degrees because it's down below the 180 line, and yet for some inexplicable reason it's not. I'm looking at that cursor box, and it looks like if I type 175 not degrees, just 175, enter, I will get a line that's at a 5-degree angle. I don't know why it does that. Okay, well that's fine. Now, how about down here at the bottom? What we are looking for is we want to make a line up the middle of our parking lot at a 5-degree angle. We'll use that as a mirror line so we can mirror the right side of our parking lot. So, yikes. All right, down here at the bottom, there is a line that's 18 feet long. All right, is that this one? I don't have one yet. I want to go down 18 feet. So offset 18 foot mark, enter, and I'm going to offset from the bottom of my parking lot down. Okay, and from that corner, I'm going to go down 5 degrees, and I don't know how long. Again, okay, line from that corner, some length, who knows how long. I'll go 50 feet. I won't enter though. I'll go tab, and that'll get me into the angle box. And looks like again I have to enter 175 in order to get a line that's at a 5-degree angle. Okay, and now the real trick is, how do we locate that line? Here's the clue. This says from one corner of the parking stall to the other corner of the parking stall, that island is 20 feet wide at a 5-degree angle. So I'm going to put in a line that's 20 feet long at a 5-degree angle right here. L, enter. Oh, yeah. From there, now I can enter 20 foot mark because that's how long I want it. Don't enter though. Tab, and now I will tab and enter 175. Now enter. And there is that 20-foot line right there. And I'm just going to do a distance to make sure that's 20 feet. Yes, it is. Okay, now I can put my center line in. And here is where it's handy to have a midpoint O-snap available because, oh, and a perpendicular O-snap, because now we can go line from the midpoint of this 20-foot line we just made up perpendicular to that thing. That, my friends, is our 5-degree center line, about which we can mirror this stuff. And so, hang on to your hats. I think I will do that. I'm going to mirror everything, including the driveway. Let's see if that works. Oops, stop that. I want to get that little short line out of there. Okay, I'm going to get the mirror command. There it is right there, mirror. Or you could type MI for mirror. Select objects. Okay, I'll just put a box around all of these. Enter. Now it wants to know the mirror line, and you're going to need 2 points because it takes 2 points to define a line. So I'll click the first point of that angled 5-degree line. Second point, there it is up there, the other end of our 5-degree line. And looky there, we've got our 2 sides of our parking lot. Now you can come back and fill in this thing, this line at the top of the island. And once you have that line at the top of the island and you have a radius, that is a radius of 15 feet. Let's get our fillet command. R for radius. 15 foot mark. Okay, now select first object and second object. Okay, do it again, there to there. Okay, now we've got our part of our rounded island, and now we can offset 28 feet. Offset 28 foot mark. And I'm going to offset not only that straight line, but also that radius line. And look what it did. It made that nice looking turnaround aisle right there. And now all I have to do is trim these and come back and put more fillets in there. I don't need my center line anymore, or that line anymore. So now I'm ready to do some, oh, you know what? I did need my center line, dadgummit, because I need to mirror these tennis courts. Rats. Okay. Mirror. Select the tennis courts. Enter. Mirror line is there and there. Okay, there are the tennis courts. Now I can erase that center line. And now I can come in and trim and put the finishing fillets in here, get everything all cleaned up, and we'll be ready to go.